Thank you for checking out this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I am your boy, 12 Kyle. Whew, check this one out. um, I was just minding my own business, right? Just chilling on Twitter the other day. And I'm always amazed, especially now that Twitter has changed the algorithms and everything. The algorithms are totally out of whack, right? So, what's happening now is a lot of times the things that you see on your timeline may or may not be from people that you actually follow, right? So, I had a situation the other day where a tweet got retweeted into my timeline. And normally I don't even pay attention. I try not to. And sometimes I'll be honest, I'm on Twitter and I just stay within my mentions. And I never go outside of my mentions because I don't want to see what's outside because Twitter is a mess. But that's another podcast that's coming, right? All right. So on this particular day, I happened to venture out and I was scrolling up and down the timeline and I saw a tweet. And the tweet was from a young lady who was, well, I'll explain the scenario in just a second. But her tweet, the tweet that was at the top said, "Am I in the wrong?" And once I read the tweets and everything, I was like, yo, this is a podcast. And so smartly, I screenshot the tweets because inside the tweets were text messages that were sent between this young lady and a young man. And I wanted to make sure that I had them because I was like, maybe, just maybe she's going to delete this tweet. And she did. But I have it. All right. So just to give you the gist of what happened, this young lady, we're going to call her Tina because I don't know her real name and I don't want to put it out there. I mean, she put it out there, but Tina and the young guy that she's talking to, let's just call him Reggie. Okay. So we got Tina, we got Reggie. So Reggie is responding to Tina via text, and Tina captures these text messages and puts them on Twitter to ask her followers, all 12,000 of them, if indeed she is in the wrong for what she did in the subsequent conversation. So I'm going to read to you verbatim the exchange between Tina and Reggie. The text message starts off with Reggie saying, "Hey." And that's it. Reggie just says, "Hey." Tina responds. Let me see. Where's her response? Okay, hang on a second. I just lost. Okay, no, there we go. Reggie sends her a text. "Hey." She responds, "Reggie, let it go. Laugh out loud. You slept with me and did not contact me again for 3 months. I'm not going to get over that. Ever. Laugh out loud." Reggie responds, laugh out loud, "You didn't contact me." She responds, "That's fine. You want a woman who leads, question mark. Find her. It isn't me, and I don't feel guilty about having that expectation from a man." He responds, "I don't want a woman that leads, but have," he said have, I'm assuming he means don't have communication. She responds, "We drank, we fucked, I drove home, you never checked on me, Not that night, not the next day, not the following week. You, in capital letters, need to work on your, capital letters, communication. Hitting me up months later, question mark, LOL. Not a chance in this world, honey. That's the end of her response. He responded back, look, your, and he wrote Y-O-U-R, but it should be Y-O-U apostrophe R-E for the spell police out there. You're spiteful. I get it. But you didn't want nothing but sex. That's his response. She responds, what's your point? Question mark. Because I wanted sex, I somehow don't deserve to be treated with care. That I don't deserve to be checked on while having to drive after a night of drinking. You were the one pushing alcohol, and you were the one who didn't tell me I could sleep over. LOL. She continues, I'm not bitter. The bottom line is your character doesn't align with my minimum requirements on how I expect to be treated, whether we're just having sex or considering a relationship. He responds, you're so much, you're so much. And he wrote your again, Y-O-U. I don't know why people do that. Your, it's Y-O-U-R apostrophe, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. But he wrote you're so much, so much. Be simple and chill. I messed up once. Fuck. So that was his response. And that was the end of the exchange. And her question was to her 12,000 followers, was she in the wrong? Okay. So if you didn't get that, let me just give you the synopsis of it. Tina and Reggie go out. It sounds like they had some type of, they knew each other at the very least. They go out, they go for drinks, more drinks, end up having sex. Reggie doesn't offer Tina to spend the night after a night of drinking and while sex, butt naked sex. And so Tina drives home after butt naked sex and does not hear from Reggie again for 3 months. And Reggie just said, hey. And she ain't trying to hear it. She's upset. And she's not okay with the fact that 3 months passed by and Reggie, after a night of drinks and butt naked sex, did not hit her back. Okay. So her question is, am I wrong? Tina, because I know you're listening. You're not wrong. I can't say that you're right either. And the reason why I say that is because, to his point, you had the opportunity to reach out to him as well. Now, I will say this, and well, I'll get to Reggie in a second. Let's deal with Tina right now. She should have been more clear about her frustrations, and really, she could have hit him up the next day and been like, yo, you let me go home and you ain't even check on me. You ain't text me to be like, yo, let me know when you get home safely. You ain't call her Uber, no nothing. I mean, like, Tina could have avoided all of this by voicing her displeasure immediately. I think by letting time pass and not saying anything, she indirectly may have told him that it was okay, that behavior was okay. I mean, she's clearly bothered by what he didn't do, and rightfully so. She should be. But I think some of that lost its steam over a period of time. And for that, if I have to blame Tina for anything, I think she should have let her feelings be known. In the great words of Snoop, let it be known. She should have let it be known a while back. Now let's move over to this brother. right? Reggie. Reggie, if you guys went out for drinks and then y'all came back to your place and smashed, even if you didn't want her to spend the night, at the very least, you should have called an Uber. And if she so chose to drive home, then at the very least, you should have said, hey, call me or text me when you get home. Or, hey, I'm going to call you later to make sure that you're okay. Or call the next day to make sure that she got home safe. Again, a night of butt naked sex and drinks. Come on now. Come on, Reggie. Reggie, you should know better than that. I don't know you personally, Reggie, but I'm just saying, I know you listen to the podcast. You should know better than that. Now, one would hope that after a night of drinking and butt naked sex, that you both use protection. I mean, but besides that, y'all are two consenting adults, right? I think let's have a little maturity here. And there's nothing wrong with hooking up. There's nothing wrong with, what y'all did. Because I'm assuming y'all are grown, so y'all do what grown people do. But have a little common sense. And again, Reggie, you don't know, regardless of whether or not you had feelings for her, I don't know if the hey was a double back to try to, get that one more time. It could have been. I don't know. Probably. Especially if it's been 3 months. I mean, if it's been 3 months, I don't know if it was. Nah, I ain't gonna say that because you could have just been whack. I don't know. She could have been whack. I don't know. I'm not even gonna speculate. I will say this much: when you know better, do better. And Reggie, you know better. And Tina, you shouldn't allow Reggie to get off the hook. See, telling him off now, 3 months later, doesn't have the same effect. He got the text message and he ended it with fuck because he was mad, or he was disappointed. Now, I am a little concerned about the LOLs that were in there because I don't know if the LOLs was to throw off that I'm really, really pissed, or if the LOLs meant that whoever wrote this text message was lying and this is not real. It looks like a real scenario. I'm pretty good at trying to sniff out, whether or not something's real or something is fake, because we see so much fake stuff online. But she kept the tweet up for a couple of days, and then it looked like she got bombarded with responses. So she deleted the message and deleted the tweet. But her Twitter account still 12,000 people, and she's still doing whatever. I don't know if Reggie's on Twitter or not. She just screenshot the text messages. But yeah, that's the only thing I could tell y'all. Don't be stupid. Act like you got some sense. And in this case, I don't really know that either of you acted like y'all got some sense. Maybe the butt naked sex was so good that you forgot to use the sense that you had. Or maybe it just wasn't worth repeating the act. And that could be on either one of y'all. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for me. Thank you for checking out this bonus edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast. That way you don't miss any content. The new podcast drops every Thursday at midnight. And you can catch the podcast right where you're listening to it, and you can watch it on YouTube. Again, that's going to do it for me. I am your boy 12 Kyle. I'll catch you guys next time. 5 Gs.